Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm gamesplaining Pendulum.
So this is Pendulum. I have set the game up as a two-player game. Things that are different in the two-player game to a three-player game is you have a dummy player filling up the small spots on this side of the board. If you're playing a 4 or 5 player game, you'd play on the other side of the board. And also, as I am only one player, I'm going to play with the timer track rather than as the game should be played. Just so you can get an idea of the game as one player. The whole idea of the game is everyone just goes. There's no turns as such. So with the timer track, which is just here, I will put the marker onto the first one and move each of the timers that is next to it. And then once I've done everything, I'll then move to the next spot and next spot. As I am only one player, I will have green put one guy at first, then blue. Normally all this stuff would be happening at the same time. If there happens to be a spot where two people are trying to do the same thing at the same time and only one of them can do it, then it always comes back to what order these are in. So green would actually have right of way in doing his stuff. So let's get started. The very first thing is that marker goes on 1, which pushes each of these to the other line. Just so where green is wanting to get an extra guy, he actually starts the game with 1, so he's going to need to get another 2 of those voting spots to be able to move into them and use that. Blue's extra guy will come from money, so he only needs 1 more money to actually enable him to do his stuff. I might just leave these in front of us so we can see them and see what's going on. So the first thing green is going to do is start trying to get the extra guy, so he'll actually put 1 there. Blue will get things for money, so he wants to get some more money, so he'll put his guy there. He might actually do 2 on the same spot, which is only allowed down here. Blue likes the look of getting some... Actually, no, blue's going to hold off on his for the moment. So we've all placed our things, move that down, black moves a long one, which now means nothing can be placed into this spot. These guys can't be taken out of this spot. However, they can, and they should, action the spot that they are on. So blue's just moved down, meaning he's actioning the yellow banner, which is this one, so he gets 2 extra money. Green is moving down, which gets him 1 more vote, and move his second guy down, gets him another vote. Green is going to spend that card straight away to get another guy. So that spends the 3 votes that he's just managed to get. He thinks while he's at it, he might as well spend that to move forward his blue, and he'll hold on to the other 2 for the moment. The only guy that's able to be placed out is the blue guy or this green guy. Green likes the idea of having some votes, but would also do some money. In fact, what he might do is jump up here to enable him to do the stuff up the top. Blue is going to jump over there just for the moment, so nothing else will happen. We move this down so that switches that across again. Nothing actually happens, but these guys are now free to move. The one that's going to change next is up here. So green is going to the same thing up there, and blue likes the idea of grabbing some extra cubes. Green's going to actually jump up to here so he doesn't miss out once this one gets moved. Okay, everyone's done their movements, so move that down, which means this one changes spot. This one is going to get to move down, so it's going to cost 2 money for green. So there's his 2 money being paid. He then gets to push forward 1 on his red track and get 2 votes in. Blue is spending 2 money, and he gets to get whatever is on that, which is 4 military. And green does exactly the same, so spends the other 2 money to get 4 military in. The only ones that are available to move around is this green one and that blue one. The other guys are kind of stuck there at the moment, so I think they're going to hang on and see what happens. That moves down, which means black moves along, means that blue gets to take one more thing in, and he thinks he's going to take in a military. The only thing that's able to move is this one, but he's going to hold his ground because this will happen, which flicks that to there, flicking that off if you're on the time game, and moving a black one down to there. So this guy is able to pay 2 money to move to the bottom, but he has no money. So he can just sit there for the moment until he's got some money to do stuff with. Blue is going to move there, and then we keep moving forward. Black changes its spot. So blue will spend 4 military points to take one of the maps. And what the maps are saying to him is, this adds 3 extra votes, 1 coin, 2 more military, so red, or 1 more spot along the military. All of them can't do that one. This one adds votes, so 1, 2, or 3 votes. And this is whenever you're actually actioning the bottom of the board. He might actually grab that one and put it in that way, because he's very aware that he doesn't have any votes at the moment, so he would like to have some. Nothing else is able to move around the board, so we move that along, which moves the green one and frees these guys up to go other places. Green will place his first, and he thinks that there is value in that spot. Blue really needs to get this thing so he can actually get the blue markers. He's just put the thing on. And green needs some money to be able to action this one, so he's going to have to go there. That moves down. Black comes across to here, so he'll use this one first. So he'll spend 4 red to take one of the military. I notice there's only 3 military out, so we'll turn one of the others over. And he thinks he will grab that one and put it in there, so whenever he's taking money, he'll now get 3 money instead of just 2. He'll now action this line, which is that one, so he now gets 3 coins worth. Now, because he has the money, he can afford to spend the money to come down here, so it's 2 money for the blue one, which is 5 of these. He's going to spend that card to enable him to take that guy straight back, and he'll put that guy there. He will spend that card to get 1 more gold, and then he's going to spend these 5 blue to pick all of his cards back up, which allows him to use them again, so he can use that to push forward on the blue one, and he has a spare thing there if he wishes. Blue can move somewhere else. He only has 6 gold. He really needs some more of that, so it might be worth his while to go there, which will enable him to get some extra gold when that changes. Okay, moving on. That pushes the black one over again. These guys both get their gold, so 3 gold for green, 2 gold for blue. Blue can now spend 7 of that gold to get an extra guy in, and he thinks it's probably worth his while at the moment to put that guy there. These ones are at his disposal now, so he can go wherever he wishes with them. And he thinks he'll put that there. He'll put that guy there. This then goes down to the bottom, so all of the guys swap where they are. Now that this has moved to its 3rd spot, which is just there, or we're at the bottom of this track, you cannot move these markers anymore. So if you're on a real-time game, this guy's hit the 3rd spot, you can't move these markers. You're allowed to move things around and finish off the guys that are actually in the spots where those timers are, but you're basically setting yourself up for next time. So let's run through. This one goes to there, which pushes him along 1 on the red track. He gets 2 more votes. That had cost him 2 money. We should spend the money first, by the way, not second. Just be aware of that. This guy spends 2 money to move down and gain what is on the red spot, which is 4 military. He doesn't quite have what's needed here because he would need to have 4 on the blue markers for that to work for him. This one, blue wishes to move down, but he only has 1 coin. So the stuff that he's just done is actually a little bit of a waste. What he could do is spend that card for a blue, so now he can move one of the guys. He might as well spend that card while he's there to get that blue pushed along. He now has 2 money, so what he can do, he'll spend his 2 money to move down that track, which gets him 5 of the blue markers and also gets him 3 votes. He doesn't have any money to be able to move this guy down, but he can't move that guy out until this has finished. These guys are able to be moved around. Green likes the idea of going up there, and blue can't go to either of these spots. He might actually go there and just see how that plays out. Okay, we've finished moving our guys around for the moment. What now happens is we go into the council phase, and what that means is, first up, we spend all of our votes. So this guy has 4 votes, that guy has 3 votes. So the 4 votes is the most, so he holds the top spot. 3 votes, black also has 3, which means that these two would actually swap their position. Green is able to move 2 of his markers forward, and he thinks it's probably worthwhile pushing the blue one forward twice. He thinks that's probably going to be the best usage. And then he gets to pick one of the cards over on that side. So he can either get 5 money or 5 defense, or he can get a card that's going to turn 2 money into 1 yellow, or he can get one that will turn 2 of these into 1 military. He can get a card that would enable him to get 4 more military because he doesn't have any other bonuses below there, or he could get the one that swaps a small guy into a big guy. And he thinks at this point that's probably worthwhile. So what he's going to do is grab the big guy, and you just literally trade over one of the small guys. So I'll do that, and that guy then goes out. You can't have him to come back in the game. There's a maximum of 4 miniatures or people that you can place. There's 1 more that green can bring in. That's now been chosen, which means that blue can't choose it, but that will become available again next round. Blue just gets 1 of the cards, and he thinks at the moment it might be worth his while to actually take the money card. So that's going to give him 5 more money. The rest of these cards come off, and they get replaced with the next 5 cards in that lineup. This card gets removed and gets replaced with that one, now with the token in the middle of it. Refill that space if it hasn't already been done so, and then we move to the beginning of the next thing, which is flip the egg timers. That knocks that off. That goes to there, that goes to there, and we keep playing just as we have done. I hope that gives you an idea of how the game plays and what's going on with it. I think I've managed to do most of the things except for fulfill that card, which will very likely happen for this player as long as he can get 3 more votes. He will actually have that card fulfilled, so he'll be able to get that marker, which will put him into the ability to win position. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.